Hi guys, in today's video we'll be taking a look at how you can create multiple windows in your Windows Forms apps. So let's jump into Visual Studio and take a look. Before we begin, I just want to remind you that I'm doing a new C# video every day. So if you don't want to miss those, be sure to subscribe.
So the first thing we want to do is create a new project. We want a Windows Forms app, .NET Framework, C#. We'll click Next. We'll call this one multi-window or multi-form app. We'll click Create. And so as we've seen in previous videos, when you create a Windows Forms app, you get a Form 1 ready to go out of the box, and this gives you a single form to work with. But what we're going to look at today is how we can add another form to our app. So the way we do this is we go to our Project Explorer on the right here, and we click Add. You can click New Item and you can find Form, but actually because this is a Windows Form project, we can just click Windows Form from down here. We'll give it a name, we'll just call it Second Window. You see now we've got our second window, so we'll just add a button on here and we'll just leave that. Actually, we'll add a label as well. Just say, just so it's obvious that's the second window. This is the second window. And if we go back to our Form 1 and we populate this button and we say, we need to create a new instance of that new window. So we'll say var second window equals new second window. And this is just obviously the type which comes from the name, because as we know, forms are just object declarations. They're just a type of object that we're creating, and then the designer sort of builds up everything in the background. So we'll go back into our button here. And now that we've got access to our second window, we can just display it on screen by calling the show method. So we say second window dot show. And if we go ahead and run that, you'll see that we get our first window, which is Form 1. We click the button and we get our second window. And we can tell that it's a second window because it tells us. We've got a button here, but we haven't done anything with that. So what I want to show you is a couple of techniques that you can do with any form, not just the second window that you've created, but also the first window. And that is to hide or close them. So we're now looking at the second window's button method, and we're going to say this, which means that the this keyword is in this instance referencing the current second window, and we'll say this dot close. And if we run our program, you can see we click our button, we get our second window, and we can close it. Can open that again. So that this dot close is just a way of triggering what this button does essentially. We close that and it disappears. And what you'll also notice is if we click this multiple times, we can open our second window as many times as we want. And that's just because windows are objects and there's nothing to, there's no rule in place to say that you can't have the same window open multiple times. And there's lots of use cases where that would work really well. Say if you had a database and you were bringing up, I don't know, like employee records, you might want to open a few of those at a time. So that's how you can have multiple forms in your Windows Forms apps.
Hi, I hope you found that video useful. If you have any comments or feedback, then please leave me a comment below. I'm currently doing new videos every single day, so if you'd like to be notified about those, then hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.